How I place patio heaters around a louvered patio structure. Here's some options. Hello, I'm Steve. This is the Patio Heat channel where we create visual concepts of infrared heating as well as tips for outdoor comfort. This one-on-one customer support helps you make the best decision for your application. We strive to earn your business. Visit our patioheat.com website for sales and more information. Now let's get heating. All right, so here we have this louvered patio structure. Actually, there's two different structures here, and I think they just want to heat up to one side here, but I'm also going to show a little option for this area here over here as well. And let's just go right into the overall dimensions first. So I have this structure here at about 9'7" off the finished floor from the bottom edge here, and then about an 8-inch structure up here, or frame. I have 12 feet this direction, and then 16 feet from outside edge to outside edge on this direction here. Now this area over here is just about 10 foot of a countertop, and then about 9'6" section over here. So, all right, let me go ahead and just turn that off. And there's going to be a couple options. Let's go right into the first option, which not quite sure if I like this visually, but heat output wise, I kind of like it a lot. So, and I am the type of person that likes more heat than not. So in any case, what we have here is a CD 6024 over here, so 6,000 watt 240 volt. This is the longer unit. And then also over here we have the 5,000 watt unit, the shorter unit on that side here. They're approximately 20 degrees tilt from outside to the inner portion of the patio. And here you can see we just have this 6-chair dining table area. And yeah, that's that. And coming back over here, now this one here could be either a 3,000 watt or 4,000 watt. Because of the bar stool seating height, I would prefer a less amount of heat up here. Also, I use the extended bracket so I can maintain 6 inches of clearance. Now this is probably a non-combustible, but you still want to get the heat rate out far enough to make it usable. And so that's what I'm kind of doing here. You could probably change this angle maybe 2 to 5 degrees here so that you're getting the cast out a little bit further, but I'm going to have it pointed straight down to the ground. And let's go ahead and look at the footprint of heat. So over here you can see that we're covering this area fairly well. And again, because it's bar stool seating height, I would just recommend using a less intense unit. Over here you can see that we're covering this space fairly decently. Now we do have one cold spot right about here. So if you were sitting right here, you would definitely be warmer than you would be if you're the seating position over here. Also, just note that when a heat ray comes out, it will it's light wave, so light is absorbed by mass, and the tables, chairs, floors, everything here is mass. So if you're sitting over here, then your legs really aren't going to be heated properly. So just bear that in mind. This ray does come out and you're in the shadow of the infrared light wave. So infrared is a heat source. It is not visible to the human eye, so you will not see this type of color in your patio with a true infrared heater. Just bear that in mind. Over here we do have, kind of an overlapping of the two pretty warm units, so you definitely want to have a control system on something like this setup here. All right, let's just go ahead and go to the next setup, which would be taking maybe a slimline. I like the slimline in this particular application a little bit better than the C series, just because of the shape of the unit and how it kind of fits in with the visual aspect of the application. So this is a slimline 4,000 watt unit. Now I do have it placed over the table, so as I spoke before, the infrared light wave is pretty much predominantly absorbing into the table, and you're just barely getting enough heat out here to really make it acceptable as far as comfort is concerned. So this would not be my best application, but something just for you to visually see and know that this is kind of what you can expect, is just a partial coverage of the heater itself, or the heat ray itself. So all right, let's turn that one off and go to the next, which would be this is probably my preferred Now I know that, from a visual standpoint, this might not be the preferred for that purpose. I mean, there is a give and take in every single application, but in the case I place this centered within the structure, I built my own little bar that I could mount my bracket to. On the slimline, these brackets are about 3 inches wide, so this is a 1x3 tubular steel that could be mounted right here, and then you can run your cable through that if that's possible. So that's how I would place the units, something like that. I believe they're about 6 feet apart. Let me just double check that here, and let's go right here. Yeah, we're at 6 feet apart. So just bear that in mind. You could go a little bit wider and get a little bit more of a throw, but I just wanted to kind of keep all the heat inside of the space as I could. So let's go ahead and look at the footprint of heat. So footprint of heat, you can see, is given a fairly decent coverage. Again, it will be absorbed into the table here, so your legs will be cold in an application like this. However, you can pull the chair out a little bit and be more into that ray, but with this orientation going perpendicular to the house structure here, you can see that we're getting a good wide coverage on an application like this. And then going back over here, you can see with the slimline I've placed here, it looks much better. I did pull the unit out, so you'd have to get the extended brackets if you wanted to place it like this, but you can see the coverage is really decent over here as well, and that would be that one. All right, so let's go ahead and go to the next, which would be the final, which is something, now I didn't place it over here, but that would be the similar unit over here, and then taking 2 of the slimline 4,000 watt units again and placing them on the outside edges. Sorry about that. Let's get over here. And so just basically centered within the space at about a 25-degree angle towards the inside of the patio. And then let's go ahead and look at the footprint of heat. And in all those applications I showed, there is no issue with clearances to combustible. I mean, we could just quickly show this is the clearances that we need. This is a non-combustible surface. This might be a combustible surface, but we are not penetrating that in any way with the dimensions that I have here. Now you can see that the heat ray comes down nicely, and the only thing is this centered section here is slightly underheated. This ray does travel all the way to the point of where it's going to absorb into mass. So you have this double ray coming across, and will that be acceptable? I would say yes, this would be acceptable here, and with both units running, it would be acceptable in the center as well. So I think this is just as well, but again, this is a decision that the homeowner will have to make ultimately to not only meet the needs of the heater, but also the visual application as well. So, all right, well, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and you'd like us to review your plans, please send your information into designs@patioheat.com. Please tap that like button if you find this video useful, as it helps others find our channel. Have a great day.